All right, we're back. Before I wear out, High Court eager to rule on health law. And the post offices are closing. There's something else. Police fire. You know, there needs to be a section in the paper called stupid. And all these articles in Metro and headlines on the front page, or even the world event on the headlines, are put in the stupid section. And then the paper, the rest of it, like the headline, the front page, and the A section, and the Metro, have all these wonderful, adventurous, wonderful things going on. And they report on the details and all what has to happen, or what's happening around what has to happen, and all the wits putting together, and all matching of wits and exciting stuff. And just one part of the paper called stupid, where post office closing, that's stupid. Let's see, now this is really, these beetles have jumped over here from Europe. Bad as the darn pilgrims. Stupid. That'll be on the stupid section. You rode a freight car or something over from Europe. Stupid. Isn't international trade stupid? These humans are, international trade. We got international trade. What's the most international trade? Orchid searching and tourism. International trade. Tourism, orchid searching. The banana, the staple of international trade is tourism and orchid searching. What do you think? You think that's the staple? Like a banana in the fruit industry? And the produce? Huh? I do. I think the rest of it is idiotic! And I think that's idiotic too. All these areas where they're having wars and stuff, there's tourism going on right now. And the most savage, horrible tourists. Tourists? Yeah, and all sides in most cases, leave the tourists alone. Why? Because we're international trade. Everybody has to have international trade, and they really respect that. What is the original tourism? Humans migrating and meandering. And here's what I hunch. That, especially the males. Excuse me. I don't like this whole mucous membrane system. Very rude and interrupts. Filthy and ugly, and how in God's name did I get one? I said, Can I do that because I said, Yes. Puka. Leave it alone. Puka thinks it's pretty cute to kind of clout me a little bit. I don't know. A lot of people want to hit me. Why is that? They get a chance to clout me, they do. They're like, man, if I could just crack you. Why? I'm so midget. Why? Leave it alone. Oh, because Puka's smaller than me. That's why. Leave it alone. Don't. You ever have somebody like that? Once you bring their name up, they're pecking you and screwing with you. You're just better off not talking about it, because you do, they start. You do. I do not. Yes, you do. And then argue right to your face. You got them, and they sit there and deny it. I do not. Doesn't mean anything. I wish, go ahead and knock my hat off. See? Did you see that? You ever put your head around the corner and put your arm around, grab your head, and the little kids flip? You can take your head, stand right here to a corner. There's a wall, and there's a corner. Stand right here, and put your head around it, and just see your head, and then take your left hand and grab your head and pull it back. Kids get they like that. Kids like that. Well, I used to have that pulled on me, and I just passed it on, that's all. I like to I do the kids what they did to me when I was a kid. It made me laugh, makes kids laugh. Certain things make kids laugh. I like to make kids laugh. I like to make everybody laugh. That look of laughter on your face, I like that. Let's see, there's a bunch of baloney here. You know, they're not going to say any Romney takes the Is there one conservative? Oh, I was going to tell you the males walked around the globe. They had more foot traffic around the earth than you have car traffic and plane traffic now. You believe that? Travel has almost hit a stop because of the gangsters involved. At one time, humans did it. They just did it. And they didn't know. They didn't have the same challenges. I got to get these uploaded or it will be too long. They didn't know failure. They didn't know rest. They didn't know getting attacked on the way. They had the understanding of the whole way. I mean, there was just no reason, and they just. I walked around the planet a couple times in their lifetime. Sure did. They knew how to do it. They were well weaned through the forest. Well, all forests aren't the same. Well, their state of curiosity and the aspects of understanding their mammalism and a state of mimicking so many things that even as they moved like a chameleon. They blended with the environment everywhere they went. So that gave them a certain what you call liberty to move about. And they were far more efficient doing that than you are with a jet engine propelling yourself. Want to bet. With all the time in the world on your hands, what stopped them? Nothing. And they wandered, migrated, meandered, and I tell you, the males went, that did, very efficiently. And came back to tell the story. That's how the whole trucker trade got started. That's how the Chinese developed. They carried crap through there. One time they walked through the Mediterranean Sea like walking through a swamp. Wherever you see desert now, one time it was a swamp and humans waded through it up to their nose. Want to bet. Carrying crap. Where? Asia! That's where. From all over hell. I did. Like butterflies. Sure did. And it was souvenirs at first, mostly souvenir, didn't trade it. It was a souvenir. Sure was. Just remember, maybe I'm wrong in some of it. I won't argue that. Only the patterns are obvious because you're still up to doing the same damn thing and you can trail the track of what you would call responsibility. Who's responsible for all these currencies of receivership right now? Who? And not a nation. It's a dynasty somewhere. Holds the cards. Holds the debt. You're all borrowed from them. They bought all the loans. They own all the loans. Well, they're holding all of them, and I'll tell you what. You shall pay because it's banked on you, on your generations. Banked on living. Banked on contribution, wit, your brain. You're human. And you're not living up. Otherwise, your currencies being not in the red, they be in black. Prosperity. Which is the only thing is there, your skin ain't black. Black this, black. Shut up. It's terrible. Really, this race thing is asinine and all the terms that go with it. Grant non-profit PAHIPI. The misterminology of the planet. All the acronym crap. Like barnacles on the bottom of a ship. Acronym, all of it. All the acronym labeling and employment and 6 digits behind the scenes you don't even know they live. Huh? You tell me that ain't something hanging on the bottom of a rotting ship in the sand, I'll tell you it is.